Okay, I received a lot of comments on the Sadhguru videos, so let's go into that. And it's always just men. It's literally only men, and you have to ask yourself why. This is super important, and we'll get into that definitely. So subscribe, because we definitely get into why spirituality is so much involved with men, for men, and not so much for women. And there's a couple of explanations. We'll start first with comments, and I'll get into the comments and where these comments are coming from. Okay, so this is under Sadhguru video comments. You seem very honest, sir. I'm not a follower of Sadhguru, but when you make an opinion about somebody, you unconsciously make an image or opinion about yourself. See it very clearly within yourself. So there's two things. First of all, there is a sexual hierarchy aspect to this comment. It's basically trying, this person, if we say, okay, there is a person, is trying to up one or be higher than myself, so they try to give advice back to me in the sense that, oh, I know something that you don't. So that's the spiritual kind of teacher in that person. Everybody has that kind of little spiritual teacher in them, because they want to show someone else, okay, I know something that you don't. So that's one little aspect of this comment. And then he says, it's an image of myself. The thing is, as a spiritual awakened person, not even person, a spiritual awakened consciousness, I know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I don't make an opinion or an image for the sake of judgment. I make an opinion or image about somebody for libido self-empowerment, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Then there's not true, brother. If you're truly aware of what true enlightened beings have spoken, you will get it. Further to this is, you will get it, is also this kind of this spiritual teacher thing. They try to tell me, I know you don't know. It's a sexual hierarchy thing, basically. Further to that, as an ordinary being, we ourselves have limitation to understand the said beings. Said beings. It only shows we are not there yet. The only way you would appreciate by experiencing, not merely by words spoken. Your comments reflect that. You don't need to compare. Cheers. Who is the one trying to tell me that there is no awakening that happened? Who's the one who is trying to tell me that there's no awakening that happened? So it's all about sexual hierarchy. Sadhguru does mention we are not our thoughts, spineless arguments. Spineless arguments is a toxic metaframe. You will find a lot of toxic metaframes in comments from guys, because they do not want me to have higher sexual hierarchy. Sadhguru speaks of many things. Who are you to determine non-duality? Thinking message has to be mentioned. He sounds and reminds me of both an arrogant but also same time weak and innocent man. A 4-minute video, not clear argument, and mentioning the business argument against Sadhguru is a political left movement discourse already debunked. Even though one cannot, I don't even need to continue there, because it's a toxic metaframe, and I don't listen to toxic metaframes. If you check out my toxic metaframes videos, you will understand. Many people don't understand Advaita Vedanta and find other paths more suitable. Just because you understand one doesn't discredit others. You will find many people abusing Muji who don't get Advaita Vedanta. Unfortunately, you seem one of them who's taking to YouTube rather than experiencing him. What he says is a fraction of what he does to others in terms of supporting them on the path and showing the way. Now, this is exactly actually what I said in the video. I said he's a business card for spirituality, and here it's perfectly said. He said what he says is a fraction of what he does. That's exactly what I said. But if he were truly awakened, that's what I say, he would, when he publicly speaks, also mention non-duality in its full format, you could say. Okay, it continues. The funny thing about the Guru spirituality is that they are ready to tell you what you are not, while they can't explain what you are, simply because they don't know, and all they're interested about spreading the big ego around. They just read more books and more very intelligent, clever, or took more misleading pathways than most people, and at the same time they love being in the spotlight. That's all. where do you think they get the plus energy from? Where your awareness goes, energy flows. They're like vampires sucking your brain. Think about it. So if you search for spiritual enlightenment, talk to your local dustbin man, or to your something, or any person who doesn't feel the need to show a big ego around. I think that's too simple. 99.99999% of people are not awakened, so there's no point in talking to them in that regard. Sadhguru has said the body is an accumulation. Oh, that's the guy who said it's just an accumulation. Okay, that's what I hear him talk about in most of his videos. I don't know what you're talking about. I actually, as a person very familiar with Sadhguru's videos, and Muji's videos, and Eckhart Tolle's videos, and Papaji's videos, and Ramana's videos, I can say that he spoke maximum one time about it, Sadhguru, from all the videos. And just saying, that your body is something accumulated and your brain is something accumulated doesn't mean that you're spiritually awakened. There's no indication that you're spiritually awakened. So, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, because you're going to learn a lot about true spiritual awakening. You're going to learn about the libido and ego, and your mind is going to be blown. It's going to be triggered in the beginning, which is natural, but your mind is going to be blown.